So we're on a B, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're on a page 291, and we start in chapter number 4. So just to remind us, so this chapter is about, as we started reading the introduction, it's about medical advice, right? So
about
medical advice. Medical advice, like how a person should conduct his life, his
like how he should
habits, and like eating habits, other things, like so the question was asked. There were a few questions. Just try to remember a few questions. One question was asked: was this advice is taken directly from the Torah,
right,
or it's from the science and science, maybe not Jewish science,
right?
And, as we said, so Rambam is open. He said, yes, some things came from non-Jewish science, and if it's true, doesn't matter. It's not part of the Torah,
Right.
But it's still advisable to do. And the second question was, is it applied today? So that was the second question.
Right.
Okay. So continue with the B.
Mm-hmm.
Should these points of advice be followed at present or not? Okay, so okay, that's the question.
Mm-hmm.
The author of this text is not the authors of this text are not doctors, and for this reason have no way of evaluating the medical value of advice given. Neither is the unanimity. Unanimity, sorry, thank you. Unanimity of the opinion on this matter among the medical authorities. Some say yes, some say no. Okay. Many contemporary doctors see this advice as sophisticated for the Middle Ages, but irrelevant in a light of the contemporary medical knowledge. In contrast, many naturopaths and practitioners of holistic medicine see Rambam's advice as a medically sound.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, but plus we have to remember the nature of the people change, right?
Right.
The food change, so the food is different.
Different diseases, everything's different now.
Yeah. It appears that Rambam also followed the holistic approach to medicine. I think he texted me. 1 second. Let me.
Yep. Hold on. Let me just
quickly check my end. HK. Okay, so let me try to add him. 1 second. Okay, so we're calling him now. Okay, so let's. It is calling him now, so let's continue.
Okay.
It appears that Rambam also followed the holistic approach to medicine. He believed that the body cannot be separated into the discrete systems, each with its own functions. So that's exactly what they do today, right? With all of this doctors, right? So this is the food doctor, this is head doctor, this is ear doctor. So they separate. So, but the Rambam said so. Basically, they all should be as one, right? So he has this. Okay, this commentary is saying the difference between Rambam and all these modern doctors, that they separate the medicine into separate parts, the body into separate systems. But Rambam he has like all of this generic approach, like general, so the whole body should work, right? Rather, all of the system interact and must be treated as a part of the organic whole. The very structure of this chapter reflects this perspective. Material on a diet, interpreted by the comments on elimination. Right, so you have to eliminate all of these things from your body.
Mm-hmm.
Prescriptions on a bathing contain directives relevant to intercourse. So we're going to learn about all of these things. Thus, we are taught to view health as a product of integrated program of behavior affecting the body in its totality. So all of this in relations and eating and sleeping habits, it's a part of the whole big picture.
Mm-hmm.
So you cannot just say sleep more, sleep less, or do this. It's not, or eat more. So it's all like a combination of things. In this context, it must also be emphasized that the concept of the medical advice for health, the goal set by Rambam in this chapter, is often ignored by contemporary medicine, which has put a far greater emphasis on the treatment of disease. So basically, the way I see it, they don't treat disease; they treat symptoms, not the disease. Right. So when somebody has a headache, so most of or somebody has a fever, so the problem is not that there is a fever. The problem is there's inflammation somewhere in the body.
Right.
And we don't know what. Just because the fever went down, it does not mean that you took care of the issue. Understand?
Right, because I mean, as they say, especially nowadays, because there's more money in treatment than cure, so for them it's even, it makes sense. It's like even if you look on a spiritual level, who people don't know they're spiritually sick, so they go to like psychiatrists.
Yes.
Even psychiatrists, they just treat the symptom. Like, here's medicine, here's just sit on the couch and just talk,
exactly.
Till no end, So
yes.
I find it interesting.
Exactly. So I was talking to someone just recently, and that person told me some part of the story, and he asked my advice. Actually, it was a lady. So she asked my advice. Like she asked for my approval. I said absolutely not. It's not true. Opposite is true. How is it? Opposite is true. And I explained to her, and she started telling me the situation. And then I asked her if she's religious. She's not religious. So I said that there's the problem much bigger than you think. You asked me from a tiny minor issue, but the problem is that you don't know why you're alive in this world.
Exactly.
So let's start with the bigger issue, if you care. But it turns out that she did not care. She does not. So she wants to listen and advise you on small issue.
That's it. I said, they want just to treat the symptom.
Exactly. I said it's a waste of time. I don't want to disrespect you. That's not. But I want to help. If you want to be helped, if you want to be helped on your condition, this is my condition. How I want to be helped. So it's not going to work. It's like you come to the doctor and say prescribe you this, and that. How do you know? If you came to a doctor, the way I explained to her, right? So it means that you don't know or how to address the issue, right? Absolutely. So now you're going to tell the doctors what to do.
100%.
Okay, so that's
right. I saw one of the things at work. I don't know. No, I'm working on somebody over there, like a good friend of mine, and
while you're talking, I check his text, but I'm listening.
Okay. So actually, something happened that I've been learning a lot about is that how it says that anybody who fears man, like Hashem will, or like fears anything but Hashem, like Hashem will create that fear like a reality.
Yes, yeah. So yes.
So we have
and all of these fears are going to come true.
Right. So so we're in the jewelry business, and we have like another place that we send like high-end things to sell for us, like consignment. Yeah. So we sent them our most expensive things. My friend sent them a bunch of expensive things, like the most expensive thing we ever sent them. And he tells me, he's like, he hasn't heard anything for like a month. For a month, we haven't heard anything, which is very not like them. They're like a publicly traded company. And he's like, before I sent it, I was really nervous about it. I was scared, like they might lose it, something might steal it. And what do you know? A month later, they finally reached out and said, like, somebody stole your stuff. There's a whole case. And I was like, what? This is crazy. I was like, he's like, what? I was like, this is exactly what it says in the Torah. Like, you fear it, Hashem will make it. Like, you're scared. And he's like, really? It says that? I'm like, yeah, man. He's like, oh, man, what is going on? You know, so I found it very interesting. I was just like, it was crazy seeing it happen right in front of me.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let's continue. In this context, it must be also emphasized that the concept of the medical advice for health, the goal set by Rambam in this chapter, is often ignored by contemporary medicine, which put a far greater emphasis on the treatment of diseases.
Right.
Okay, sorry, we said that. Okay, continue.
Okay.
The possibility that Rambam's directive for health are no longer applicable has also been considered by the rabbis. Okay. Though we find his statement quoted almost verbatim by many sources, including text of as late as date of Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, he just Kitzur Shulchan Aruch. I think he was 1700s with us. I think, and he just copied all of this advice. Not all of it, but many advices just copy and paste exactly. Chapter 32. Others rabbis explained that makeup of our bodies has changed, as we said, and that some of the principles may no longer apply. See Rama, Ibn Chayzer 156, Maget Abraham 173, Yad Shel Shlomo, Hulin, chapter 8, and Shulchan Aruch Harav 179, where this concept is explained in a number of different contexts. Okay. And C. Okay.